guys, and welcome back to another video. Today it will be another drumming video, as you can tell by the background, but it's not going to be just any other video. It's going to be a beginner's guide to drumming. So in this video I will show you the rudiments that you will need and the skills you will need just to become a normal beginner drummer. If you don't know what rudiments are the basic skills drummers use to carry on with their drumming career. So let's get started. First of all, you will need a pair of sticks and a drum or a drum pad or any hard surface that you are able to bounce your sticks on. The first rudiment we'll be looking at is single sticking. By single sticking, I mean just anyone can do this, whether you've got a sense of rhythm or not. The rhythm comes with the next couple of rudiments we do. So first of all, you got to make sure you grip your sticks properly, which is your thumbs like that and your hands wrapped around. And then when you're doing that, you don't want to do it too tightly. You want it in the wrists, not in the arms. So you go 1, 2, 3. Once you've got that up to speed, you can start going. Or you can even take it even faster than that. The trick to this is to keep it nice and even between intervals of the stick hitting the drum. So, and not. So you want it to be nice and even. So you go 1, 2, 1, 2. And then you just practice that. And then when you feel comfortable with doing it, then build it up to doing or even faster without bouncing. A good way and quick and easy way to learn how to do this is with a metronome. You can get any metronome on the App Store and it will do the same thing. So if you start off with 80 beats per minute, this is what my metronome looks like. So if I have that there, my phone, right? If you can't hear it, the flash of the stop button is when the beat clicks, okay? So that was just a set timer. So then with this you go. Okay? It might not be the best idea to put your phone on the skim, but once you feel comfortable with getting it 80 beats per minute, take it up 10 beats a minute to 90. And then do the same thing. Do 4 bars of 4 each time so you get confident at it. Every time you get confident, take it up an extra 10. So with 110. And then suddenly you feel yourself speeding up to doing 130. Okay, so you'll be able to take it at different paces or whatever you feel comfortable with. Don't straight away try going, because it's going to be impossible. So once you've got that, let's move on to the next rudiment. The next rudiment is doubles. The easy way to remember this is, that's doubles. The easier way to remember this is while hitting the drum saying mummy daddy. So you go mummy daddy. And with the same as single sticking, you don't want to be bouncing it. You want to be single sticking it. And when you can single stick it, then you can bounce it. So if you go mummy, daddy, mummy, daddy, mummy, daddy. Say it along as while you're playing it, speak it, and you should find it a lot easier. Just so you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to put the metronome there. It will slide, just like that. But if I put the metronome there, every beat it clicks, you want to do 2 beats of the drum, right? So if I put that there, mummy, daddy, mummy, daddy, mummy, daddy. Once you've got it at 70 beats per minute, do the same. Take it to 80 beats a minute, then take it to 90. If I start on 90, just take it up to as much as you want, and then once you've got that, you can bounce your sticks a bit more. You need to, before you bounce, you need to learn stick control. By doing this, you just do, then it just helps you with your stick control. Once you have your stick control, you can bounce it and make it into a roll, which goes. But then a roll is one of the rudiments we will cover later. Rudiment number 3 is a single paradiddle. So, with a single paradiddle, all that it is right, left, right, right. So if you're right-handed, you can start on your right, which is right, left, right, right. And if you're left-handed, then you can start on your left, which is left, right, left, left. Then once you've got that, you alternate and you go right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. And that's basically what a paradiddle is. So if we start it off with a right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Then when you feel comfortable with that, do the same as the doubles and the singles. Take it down to 80 beats per minute or 70, whatever you feel comfortable with. To speed it up, paradiddles are a lot harder to play with a metronome than any other rudiment. So just try your best and then speed it up. So with using a paradiddle, you can include it in many fills of the drum kit. The paradiddle you are able to use in many fills of a drum kit playing a simple rhythm. That's what will be shown next. I will demonstrate how you can play paradiddles into a rhythm or groove. You have the whole of the drum kit to experiment with. So in this one I'll be using the top tom and the floor tom, or just the 2 top toms. So if we do a normal groove, and then add in the paradiddle, together, that should sound like. Next is a double paradiddle, which is technically the same but with a double para. So instead of going paradiddle, you have more time to think about the diddle. So it will go para. So you're doing 2 lots of singles on each hand before you do the double. So an easier way to remember this is going para, para, diddle, is accenting on whatever hand the diddle's going to be on. So if you get confused on what hand you previously did the diddle on, then you will remember because you're doing the. So to start off, you can just go. You don't have to go straight into adding the accents. Some people might find it hard to add in the accents to a paradiddle, because with the single one you don't need to necessarily add an accent position. double paradiddle, you can add accents, which will sound helps you remember on what hand you need to do the diddle on. And with the same with that, you can add it to a metronome. I'm not going to do a metronome to all of them because paradiddles will all sound the same. There are 3 different types of paradiddles I will be teaching you in this video, which is single paradiddles, double paradiddles and triple paradiddles. So we've done the doubles and the single paradiddles just like the normal technique single and double, but now we are going to move on to a triple paradiddle, which is what it says, a triple para. So like the double, instead of doing doubles you're going to do triples. So you're going to go para, 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 para. This can get confusing after a while, so to remember this you can add the accents like the double ones and it should sound like this. So next is a double paradiddle, which is technically the same but with a double para. So instead of going paradiddle, you have more time to think about the diddle. So it will go para, paradiddle, para, paradiddle. So you're doing 2 lots of singles on each hand before you do the double. So an easier way to remember this is going para, accenting on whatever hand the diddle's going to be on. So if you get confused on what hand you previously did the diddle on, then you will remember because you're doing the so to start off you can just go para, para. You don't have to go straight into adding the accents. Some people might find it hard to add in the accents to a paradiddle, because with the single one you don't need to necessarily add an accent position, but with a double paradiddle you can add accents which will sound, you can add the accents which sped up sounds like this. It just helps you remember on what hand you need to do the diddle on. And with the same with that, you can add it to a metronome. I'm not going to do a metronome to all of them because paradiddles will all sound the same. There are 3 different types of paradiddles I will be teaching you in this video, which is single paradiddles, double paradiddles and triple paradiddles. So we've done the doubles and the single paradiddles just like the normal technique single and double, but now we are going to move on to a triple paradiddle, which is what it says, a triple para. So like the double, instead of doing doubles you're going to do triples. So you're going to go para, 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 para. This can get confusing after a while, so to remember this you can add the accents like the double ones and it should sound like this. So it's just as easy as the doubles and the singles put together. So if you can't do the accents yet, just go para, 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 para. But if you're adding the accents in, you need to make sure the accents can be told differently. If you're doing the accents, you need to make sure you can tell the difference between your accent and your grace note. So don't bother going because you won't be able to tell the difference. So you're going to want to need it to sound like that. If you add them all together, one paradiddle counts as 1 on each hand. So if we do 4 singles, 4 doubles, 4 triples, 4 doubles, 4 singles, if we add all of them paradiddles together, singles, doubles and triples, this is what it will. The next rudiment is a flam. Flams are usually played in rock or marching band style of music. What a flam is a grace note and a normal note hit a fraction apart. So it sounds like this. You don't want it to sound different and go, because then that's not a flam, it's just 2 notes hit at different times. You want it to sound as one, but at the same time you want to realise that it's a flam. So to practice this is just doing a grace note on this while hitting a louder note with your right hand. Or you can do it the other way around. You grace note with your right hand and you louder note with your left. You want it to sound like one hit, but at the same time it's not going to sound like one hit. As you can tell the difference from one hit and a flam, it sounds completely different. And then if you hit with 2 separate times, you don't want it to sound like that, you want it to sound like one note. So by way of doing this is just trying it over and over again until you get it. A similar rudiment to this is a drag, which is basically what it says in its name. You want to drag your stick, but you want to stop it. So in this rudiment, all you have to do is it's a... So you just want to practice this, you just want to go... And then once you get that, all you want to do is add a tap at the end of your drag. Another rudiment is triplets, which is what it says, triplets. So you go... An easy way to remember that is saying evenly, because you want them played evenly spaced apart. So if you start going evenly, 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 you will start. So that's the end of this tutorial, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope it was very useful and I hope to see you being able to play this in the future. Feel free to tweet me a video of you practicing or send me a video on Instagram of you practicing these rudiments that I have taught you today. If this is the first time you see me on your screen, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, comment what you want to see. I do covers, drum lessons of songs and lessons like this for beginners. If this is what you want to see, make sure you comment down below and tell me this is what you like watching. I hope to see you very soon. Peace. Start on different hands each time because there's only 3 of them. If there was 4, you'd start on the same hand each time. But where there's only 3, you will start on a different hand. So an easy way to do this is going evenly, 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 evenly. And then once you can do it at that pace, you can go evenly, 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 evenly. Just while you play it, remember to say evenly. Sound like. So adding all 3 paradiddles together will sound like that. That way you are practicing all paradiddles together. Don't bother practicing it my pace just yet, unless you can do it and you feel comfortable with doing it. Don't bother starting off really fast because you won't get anywhere. You want to start off slow and gradually build it up. So, it's just as easy as the doubles and the singles put together. So, if you can't do the accents yet, just go. You need to make sure you can tell the difference between your accent and your grace note. So don't bother going because you won't be able to tell the difference. So you're gonna want to know. You're gonna want to need. You're gonna want it to sound like that. If you add them all together, one paradiddle counts as one on each hand. So if we do 4 singles, 4 doubles, 4 triples, 4 doubles, 4 singles, if we add all of them paradiddles together, singles, doubles and triples, this is what it will sound like. So adding all 3 paradiddles together will sound like that. That way you are practicing all paradiddles together. Don't bother practicing it my pace just yet, unless you can do it and you feel comfortable with doing it. Don't bother starting off really fast because you won't get anywhere. You want to start off slow and gradually build it up. Then you can take it to the floor tom, which would sound like this. Paradiddle. It won't just have to be on the snare. You can play it like this. So that's for you to really muck around with paradiddles into fills. It does sound really technical, but with the skills you've got, you are able to do this. Roll back into the rudiments to play. And the same as the single sticking, you can also use a metronome with this. So if we go back to 80, we can take this one a bit slower because it is a lot harder. So if we go to 70, just